Shalom Chavrim, I'm Steve Benoon. You're watching Israeli News Live. I want to thank Brother Roddey. He was so kind to send us a video this morning and then also send us a link there on ynetnews.co.il that is reporting massive flooding after 57 millimeters of rain fell up in the northern part of Israel. I think it's like 30-something millimeters over on the Sea of Galilee itself, or the Kinneret, as we call it in the Hebrew language. This was the video that Brother Roddey shared with me himself there. Some friends of the IDF had sent this to him, and so he forwarded that over to us as well. Major flooding, and of course all it takes to be able to get that type of water moving in Israel is, of course, 57 millimeters of rain, which is about 2.2 inches for those of you here in the U.S. To fall not over a short period of time, but a long period of time, but a very short period of time. So I pulled up the article here that Roddey sent me, and of course they're showing video footage as well of the flooding that's going on there in Israel. And as a result of the flooding, according to the Hebrew language here, it does say in here that one soldier had lost his life from that flooding there, and but yet many people had been rescued by the search and rescue, and as well as the IDF soldiers that are out there trying to rescue people. A couple of cars had gotten swept away, and they were able to get the people out of the cars. So overall, a pretty good situation, due to the extreme situation of flooding. And as we can see in the video footage here and behind me here, a lot of fast-moving water, and it's very dangerous in Israel when you get these types of floods. Anyway, we certainly pray for the people of Israel, our friends, brothers, and sisters there in Israel, that there will be no more loss of life, and of course condolences to the family that lost the life of this one soldier. Still not sure the full details on that. Not to say though that Israel doesn't need the rain, especially the Kinneret, because the Kinneret is constantly dropping in its levels, and so the water is much needed in order to bring up the level inside the Kinneret, and of course at least it's going to bring it up a couple of inches, maybe even more, because of the runoff that will also go down to the Kinneret as well. At any rate, I'm Steve Benoon. You're watching Israeli News Live. By the way, the website is back up for the Portland conference. They're not going to close it. They're going to keep it open. There's a lot of requests for being able to come to the conference. You do need to contact Bonnie. You don't want to just show up. Even though they're going to do donations at the door, you want to at least email her. Let her know you're wanting to come if you don't register for the entire conference. So just want to make sure that you're aware of that and that you'll be a part of that. I'm actually working on a very special broadcast for today here on Israeli News Live. A fascinating insight that I just got to, that was just revealed to me this morning. And we're going to be looking at the life of King David, and especially Absalom, because I have seen a type of Absalom with Prime Minister Netanyahu. And I think it's going to be a major interest for many of you of what's coming, what we can expect, who Joab actually is from a biblical perspective. Believe it or not, there's some very fascinating things, because as we know, David already is a type of the Messiah, Yeshua himself. Just as David went and wept over Jerusalem when his son didn't recognize him as being the true anointed king, and had usurped the authority of his father, so as well did Yeshua wept over Jerusalem. And that was almost 1,000 years later. And interestingly enough, though, Absalom was in exile for 3 years. And here we have Prime Minister Netanyahu being anointed by Mike Evans supposedly as the king of Israel after 3 years, or 3,000 years. So I think you're going to find some very interesting insights here. And then, of course, what did he do in order to get the attention of his father David? Well, he sets the fields of Joab on fire. Kind of reminds me of when Netanyahu met with the Chabad Lovovich's so-called Messiah. He said, "What are you doing to bring the Mashiach?" Well, seems like he's going to set the fields on fire all through the Middle East. Anyway, I think it'll be a blessing to you. Many of you will probably enjoy that. Again, I want to thank you, Brother Roddey, for sending me this footage here, making me aware of what was happening there in the north part of Israel. Other than YNet News, I don't think anybody else has reported it as of yet. Maybe in Israel, of course, naturally, but not elsewhere. So blessings to you, my brother, and all those there are friends in Israel. Shalom, shalom.